Greetings everyone, Realment Games here. So recently I've been considering about introducing a in-game editor. So the editor would allow me to quickly develop new vehicles and new weapons, as well as possibly allow for mods to be introduced into the game, although I'm not sure I'll be able to do it in such a way that it will be user-friendly. I think it'll mostly be for hardcore modders. But okay, if I go ahead and show you guys, basically you have template objects. Right now I don't have any, I'll show you in a moment. And then there's just regular objects. Right now I just have a map and the hover tank itself. So the hover tank, if you open it, it has various parameters, such as, well, you could change a few things as you like. Perhaps if we go back to the Stingray. So let's see. And then I can add weapons, such as, well, there's only one type for now, projectile weapon. And then inside the projectile weapons there's various parameters. I'll probably end up removing a lot of these or modifying it or adding new ones, so don't pay too much attention to this. Let's see, and then perhaps this should be 0. And then you have ammo. So each weapon has its own ammo that it comes with, and that ammo could be depleted or it could be infinite, and that's determined by this stacks count. If it's -1, then it means that there's an infinite amount of that ammo. If it's a number greater than 0, then it's a finite amount. And let's see, speed, that's one important parameter. Let's make it a little bit fast, 5. And okay, let's go ahead and try and create a weapon with a shell. So let's say we make it quite small, 0.1, and then we can even select the color of the shell. So let's say we make it a nice red. Yes. And then you can add effects, such as, well, right now there's only one class, but it has many, or it could have many properties. The main properties, however, that we are interested in right now is the destruction of the terrain. Yes, destruction of the terrain is actually a effect. So you just enable it over here, that it can destroy the terrain, and that is the area of effect. Perhaps there'll be other types of area of effects, like let's say, for example, a fireball. It doesn't necessarily destroy the terrain, but it creates damage, for anything that goes through it, anything that's inside its area. But okay, anyway, we need both of these enabled in order to destroy the terrain. And then let's have a look. Let's try and do, yeah, I don't think this stuff works very well yet, but at least it gives you guys an idea of what I'm working towards. Okay, so then let's say we fly up, and I can select the weapon using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. So I'll just go ahead and press 1 and then fire. Oh, there we go. Looks more like purple bullets. Okay, so yeah, there's actually tracking speed of the turret right now. Probably we don't really want this in the game. We want to instantly hit. You don't want the turret to slowly turn, but yeah, I'd like to make it as general as possible. So let's see. For now, I'll just keep it on. And yeah, the craters that it created are quite small. You can barely see it. Let's see if we can create slightly bigger craters. Actually, I think it doesn't really work yet. Okay, so I'll fix that for next time. But what I actually want is the crater to grow in the same way that it used to be. Right now it's just, it has the same size always. And you may have noticed that the shell takes some time to explode. That is due to this detonation fuse time. So let's go ahead and make this quite small. Okay, and then actually let's go ahead and create a different weapon, just so I can demonstrate how this stuff works. Let's see, create another weapon. Let's close this one. Okay, weapon 1, and then weapon 1 has its own ammo. Okay, let's see, let's make it a little bit slow. 3, and a little bit bigger than the previous shell. And let's change the color. Actually, let's go with green. And let's say this one, paradoxically, even though it's a big shell, it doesn't actually destroy the terrain. So I can add an effect, but I just won't enable these two. Okay, so now I select weapon 2, and let's have a look. Oh, there it goes. So again, the weapon tracking makes it kind of slow to turn. Like if I go like this, see, it slowly turns. And let's switch back to weapon 1. Yeah, something like that. So you see the tiny shells paradoxically create the tiny shells paradoxically destroy the terrain, but the big shells actually don't, and eventually they time out. Some nice destruction right there. Okay, let's go ahead and show how the templates work. Okay, so yeah, that's enough for weapons, and then let's close this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop another vehicle over here. I actually used the mouse shortcut, but you could also create objects over here. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things here, but don't read into it too much. A lot of it isn't really implemented, and maybe never will be. Okay, so yeah, let's change this vehicle's parameters a little bit. And then let's give it a weapon. Same as before. But we'll make this one a little bit different so that you can easily identify. Let's try and make it... What color haven't we used yet? How about yellow? Okay, let's also go ahead and make this, well, about this much. And let's add something a little bit different. This gravity influence, it can be used to... Yeah, if I put it in, you'll see what I mean. It actually makes the shell fall like a artillery shell. It doesn't go in a straight line. It falls with gravity. So that might be useful on some weapons. Okay, so anyway, now that this vehicle is set up, it has a gun. It doesn't need an effect. Or whatever. Let's just put in an effect while we're at it. Let's even make it destroy the terrain. Okay. Now, I'm not sure that should be known. I think that's a bug. Anyway, many bugs to fix. Okay, now what I actually wanted to show was templates. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. I'm going to call this the test vehicle, and I'm going to enable template mode on it. So what template mode does is, yeah, if I close this and I go all the way up, now it's okay. I don't think it should be called a weapon. Let's have a look. Did I maybe template the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Okay, well, no worries. vehicle test. Okay, template, and then I go up. Yes, here it is. So now this vehicle is a template, so we could copy it and we could also spawn from it. I mean, we could spawn many copies of it, but let's demonstrate the copying ability. Vehicle test. I type in the name of the template and then I say, I click this button, copy from template, and there we go. Now my vehicle looks the same, and it also has the same weapon. There you can see it. See the shell that arcs with gravity. Yep, that's it. So I think this would be a pretty cool feature to have, especially, okay, one kind of strange idea that I have is maybe we can do some sort of social or collaborative balancing of the game. Let's say, for example, we have multiplayer, and perhaps myself or some other people use this development menu and then modify the game parameters while the game is running live. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. We could, quickly find something that works, or what's, we could quickly balance the game, find what's overpowered, what's a fair balance. And let's see, I think, yeah, the size of these craters were wrong. That's why it doesn't actually create craters. Oh well, now it bugs out. But anyway, I think that demonstrates the main things that I wanted to show today. So yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, then please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and bye.